Greetings, Tom Earl here. On this week's bonus episode, you get access to this month's live and online expression session. Check it out. Greetings, I am Tom Earl, and this is my year of balance. Want to thank you so much for joining us here today. We know you could be anywhere, so the fact that you have decided to come have a celebration, we greatly appreciate that. You know how we like to get started by centering ourselves, so if you could just breathe in through your nose and stretch up. Here we go, breathe in. And release. One more time, breathe in through your nose. And release. This time when you breathe in through your nose, I want you to think of one thing you love about yourself. One thing you love about yourself. And as you breathe in, imagine that love for yourself just filling your whole body through the oxygen going through your nose and it traveling all throughout your body, spreading that self-love everywhere it goes. So think of one thing you love about yourself and breathe it in. Here we go. Breathe in through your nose and stretch. And release. Yes, indeed. You know, we like to start like that, aligning our breath, our intentions, and our energy. So, this month, we have 5 Fridays of the month, which means you get a bonus episode of the celebration. And what we do when there's a bonus episode is give you access to last week's expression session. As you know, last week's episode was the interview with Paradise Khan Malik. And Paradise was going to be the feature for this month's live and online expression session, which we just finished. Literally just finished it. And it was an amazing time. Our theme was a little different than normal. We always have a theme for the expression session. And this month's theme was sci-fi in your body. And we had folks join us from all over the country. We had folks from Florida, from Chicago, all throughout California. It was amazing. And I'd like to give you a chance to check that out. So what you're gonna go through now is the writing workshop that we did. And if you're driving and you can't write, just think of your answers and say them out loud or your response. And it's just great hearing the way people all interact with the content. So here we go. Go ahead and enjoy, and I will talk to you right afterwards. Here we go. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this month's live and online expression session featuring sci-fi poet and illustrator Paradise Khan Malik. We are so excited to have you here. How's everybody doing out there?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Nice. How are you, Paradise? Oops. Paradise, you have frozen.
I'm good, yeah.
Oh, there, you're moving. You had froze.
Okay. Okay. I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And we just want to say hey to the folks on Facebook Live. If you want to join us actually on the Zoom meeting, click the link there. Otherwise, you can just kind of watch from afar. So how this works is the first hour is a writing workshop where everybody gets to create. One rule we have is that there's no wrong or right way to do art. So whatever you create is totally cool. We don't have to have in our mind this ideal of this is what poetry has to be or anything like that. However you want to express yourself is totally cool with us. And then the next half hour after that is everybody gets a chance to share what they created. So that'll take us to the hour and a half mark. And then it culminates with an amazing feature by Paradise. Does that make sense? So you can either write it down while we're going or type along, whatever you'd like to do. Folks on Facebook, feel free to post in the comments and we'll read out loud what you have for us. So every month we have a theme, and this month's theme is true to form for the specialty of our feature, and it's sci-fi in the body. Sci-fi in the body. So Paradise, would you mind sharing where that came from, what that means to you?
What it means to me is like I love sci-fi. I'm obsessed with sci-fi. I think sci-fi. I love sci-fi. Um, and I've been drawing this series of goddesses recently, and they're basically all about like drawing hairy women of color, hairy fat women of color. And in doing so, I'm trying to make myself feel beautiful and valuable. And in order to do that, I'm trying to literally put these bodies to the level of a deity or a goddess, but not like a religious, like Bible goddess, more like sci-fi goddess. So I've been drawing like the goddess of like technology, the goddess of math, the goddess of like, different stuff, electricity, gold jewelry. So I feel like for me personally, mental health wise and identity wise and art wise, like using sci-fi and the imagination in like with body and body positivity is like pretty effective for me.
That's amazing. Can we snap it up for that amazing intro? Yes. So what we'd like to do is just go around the circle and share your name, where you're tuning in from, and what the theme means to you. And there's no, like I said, no wrong or right way. Feel free to think out loud or just kind of feel how it sits in your soul. You know what I mean? Who would like to start us off?
Sure.
There it is. I am trained in the art of silence, so I never get uncomfortable with it. Go ahead.
Okay, can I ask you a question first? Sorry.
Of course.
How can I said hide me in the video, which can you still see me on video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't, do you want us to not see you?
Not at the moment, but now I can't see myself. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna mute your video. Let us know when you'd like it back on. Now you're just audio, Sadia.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry. I didn't, well, okay. You don't have to hide me at the moment, but yeah. Anyway.
What if I can ask, what's the need that you're looking to have fulfilled? Maybe I can help from that.
Yes. Okay. I just said I can't see you, so I see like the panel. Let me put it. Okay, so now it's gallery view, but my box isn't in there.
Your box
So
isn't in
you
there.
want to see you.
You want to be able to see you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. And you still can't see you?
No.
Okay. I've never had that.
What
Oh, I think I know where to do it, dude. So go to the top right corner of your square to the 3 little dots and click on it, and then unclick hide me.
Mhm.
My square is gone.
Your 3 little dots?
My square, my box is gone.
There's no box at all? Okay.
Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. I clicked on your box and said show myself. So now I can see what I look like to everyone else. Okay, thank you.
So you're good? We met your need?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Go team! High fives for everyone! Yay!
My name is Sadia. I'm coming from Palm Bay, Florida. And the theme is sci-fi poetry.
Sci-fi in your body.
Sci-fi in your body. I really love dystopian, futuristic type of movies and books, and I totally think a lot of it can happen. And I think when I think of sci-fi in your body, I think we're all going to be cyborgs basically, or having some kind of like AI incorporated in our body, and I think that we're going to see that in our lifetime.
That's awesome. Can we snap it up for Sadia? Just to clarify, what is for you a cyborg and what is AI in our body?
That would be man-made artificial intelligence or mechanical devices or electronic devices that are incorporated into our body and our everyday lifestyle. Like we can't function without it.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Do you think they'd be made by more than just men?
No.
I'm giving you a hard time. You said man-made.
I'm
I
gonna
was
say-
inviting other language besides man-made.
I was like,
okay. Yes, human-made.
Oh, sorry to be that awkward person. And if y'all hear me typing, I'm just writing down people's answers because we're going to use them later. So I'm not like while you're talking over here on Facebook or anything.
sure.
You can literally see my screen on Facebook Live if you don't believe me.
No, I believe it.
Sadia, who would you like to go next?
I choose Adora.
Adora!
I can pretend to be surprised, but I had my suspicions. Sci-fi in the Body makes me think of, I don't know if any of you saw that film from almost 20 years ago, maybe more, Inner Space, where Dennis Quaid is this kind of like astronaut. It was really big in its time. And he's sent to inner space, so he's shrunk and sent into the body and just kind of travels through all the cells and just observing how weird and wonderful the human body is. And at some point, through a kiss, which is the most bizarre thing, he enters a woman's body and then just kind of travels around the fetus and all sorts of strange and interesting things. And when I think about this vessel traveling inside my body in a sci-fi way, I think of the soul. So I find the soul almost like sci-fi in the body. It can just travel through our bag of meat and bones and then travel out into outer space.
That's amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Can we snap it up for Adora? Yeah. Have y'all seen the Magic School Bus? Yeah, remember there was an episode where Miss Frizzle took everybody into the body. Do you remember that one?
Of course.
Or have you guys seen that movie Osmosis Jones?
Yes. Very strange. Yeah.
Have I seen it?
It's a kids movie.
No, I
It's a
don't
kids
think
movie.
you have.
Like it's like different like parts of the body, like cells and germs, or they're like a society.
Wasn't Will Smith in it?
Who? Will Smith? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Adora, who would you like to go next?
Tomo!
That's me. Hey everybody, my name's Tom, and
Hey, Tom.
calling in here from Los Angeles. And sci-fi in the body to me means like science fiction, like a fantasy, a morphed self-love, like through the imagination. So whatever your perfect self-love image would be, then it takes on a form in sci-fi. So like, I don't know, I'd imagine that I'm like made of somehow trees and vines and fruit dangling from me and like all these different things, but like all these parts you love about yourself just take on some sort of characteristic that you can see. That's what I think of.
Cool.
Can we snap it up for Tom? Yeah.
So that's what you meant by fruitarian.
Oh yes, I forgot. Yeah, when I was fruitarian, I got all of my calories from fruit. I would eat vegetables, but the majority of my calories came from raw fruit. Like I'd eat like 30 bananas a day or 15 pounds of watermelon or
What?
it was awesome. It was
God, I'm so craving fruit now, dude.
And Paradise, do you want to give a little intro? You already shared what the theme means to you, but would you like to give an intro, where you're calling from, who you are, that kind of stuff?
My name is Paradise. I'm calling from Los Angeles. I love sci-fi.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Can we snap it up for Paradise? Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is write a team poem. The way we do that is everybody writes down 2 sentences. The sentences don't have to be connected to each other because you're not going to read them one after the other. You're going to read them separate from each other. But it's up to you how you want to write them. And basically just write any two sentences that come to mind from our theme, sci-fi in the body. Does anybody have any questions about what we're going to do?
No.
Okay. We'll do another 20 seconds.
I'm good.
Are you good? Okay. Okay, here's what we're going to do is everybody has two sentences. So we're going to go around a circle and read one of your sentences, and then we'll go around the circle a second time, and you'll read your second sentence. And it's going to become a team poem. And the way to make that happen is we won't give any disclaimers, explanations, or intros before our sentence. And we won't say anything afterwards. We'll just read our sentence, and then the next person reads their sentence, and then the next person reads their sentence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. The order we're going to go in is going to be Sadia, Paradise, Adora, Tom. And then Sadia, after I go, you start again.
Okay.
Does everybody know who goes before them?
One more time.
Sadia, Paradise, Adora, Tom.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. I walked and then unwalked through the portal.
Trickled through fire, an ember of aloe gel and glitter glue.
Mitochondria are my batteries, volting me round the nuclear copying machines.
I travel along these tunnels of love and joy, flowers blooming along the way.
I would give anything to have my own name.
Her limbs poured into the cold 8-ball space as her flesh blinked.
My skin is the jacket that determines the protection of my soul.
My body is equipped with DI intelligence, divine intelligence. Can we snap it up for our team poem?
Our people
I'll
on
be
Facebook
right, I'll be
Live
right
are
back,
being
guys. Sorry.
so shy.
Oh, people on Facebook are being shy. Yes,
They're being
indeed.
so shy.
What do y'all think of our poem?
That was great.
I thought
Yeah.
it was funky. It was so cool.
What about it was cool?
That everyone took it from a different angle, but reviewing what we just talked about, what sci-fi means to us, I can kind of see like where everyone was coming from, and it was really I like the details that Paradise had, the imagery.
That's awesome. What about for you, Paradise? What was that like hearing and creating our team poem?
I thought it was really cool. I liked how everybody, I liked how when, we first came in, we introduced how we're viewing this theme, and I really saw it in what everybody wrote.
That's awesome. What about for you, Adora?
Yeah, it was pretty much the sense of the different angles we all came from. But I'm loving how lyrical everything sounded. So when you play it back all together, it's going to be something else.
Yes, indeed. And that's true. When we're done, I'll edit this all together and post it so we can all hear what it's like played back. What kind of themes are y'all hearing emerge from what we've explored so far on what sci-fi in your body is?
I really like Adora's approach around my mitochondria and cell and the minuscule. That's pretty interesting. I never really approach it in that way. Or when I do, it's not as scientific.
That's awesome. Which is interesting because it's like sci-fi. So that's cool. I like that aspect of the science and the fi.
Mm-hmm.
What for other people? What's a theme, or what are you hearing are some things we're saying this theme means?
I think it's our themes are usually very I don't know. I don't want to say spiritual, but they're usually the kind of things that you can't hold on to. Like for example, our last one was resistance, and in the past we've had things like hope and restoration and stuff like that. But sci-fi and the body is the most physical in a way of all the things we've had. So it's just been an interesting thing to explore and to think of in a sense of things that I think the nature of sci-fi is it's not necessarily happening and real in this time, but it's something that we think of as the future. But then usually when we're getting sci-fi, we're thinking of the mechanics and flying cars and phones that just send out holograms from our fingers, that sort of thing. But now we're having to think of it in a fleshy way. So it's so many things to work through.
Which is why I think it's like it can be really empowering, because I feel like in this like society, like it's easy to like lose your sense of like physical presence. You know what I mean? And just like leave your body all the time, because it's like really nice to like get into sci-fi stuff about your body, because it like you remember what your body feels like, and then you allow yourself to be lyrical and like beautiful and poetic about it, and like use your imagination. I'm into it.
Paradise, what are you calling in from? A laptop, right?
Yeah.
It might be worth, especially for your feature, calling in with your phone, and we'll use the audio from your phone and the video for your video, because your audio keeps getting cut off a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Should I do that now?
If you don't mind, because I think then, because we keep losing a little bit of what you're saying, and that way, if your video freezes, we'll always have your audio. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I can't do video on the phone?
You can. You can try and see if your video works too, but yeah, try and see if you can do that. Let's see how that.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave here and then try and come back on my phone.
Okay. Until then. Okay, cool. So Sadia, what do you think so far? Your first workshop?
Really cool. I was here for part of one a few months ago, but I think there was some like technical problem. But anyway, I think it's really cool. I'm totally digging this intimate group that we have going on. And I was going to answer your question. The theme, or what the like commonalities.
Yeah.
I find it to be really mysterious and otherworldly.
What do you mean?
What do I mean? We're kind of like reflecting on, I don't know, our world, but also looking at things in a different way, and things that maybe we haven't experienced or haven't experienced yet, or just other worlds at the same time as us.
That's amazing. I like that, the intersection of all of that. Okay, we're waiting on your audio. We can see you. There might be a button where you push connect audio or something. Let's see.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, great. What's up, guys?
There we go. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's much better.
Okay, awesome.
Are you holding your phone?
Yeah.
It might be helpful to rest it on something, because we got about an hour left.
True.
And then, yeah, perfect, like that.
How
Cool.
do I make it the gallery view like I had on my computer?
You can't do that on your phone.
No.
So if you'd like, why don't you still keep using the video on your computer, but use the audio on your phone? You know what I'm saying?
No, whatever. It's okay.
Okay. And we got Crystal in the house.
Hey.
What's up, Crystal?
Hi, guys. Sorry for being late. I had a really late night last night. I woke up 5 minutes ago, but I'm here.
Yay! Well, we just finished the group poem, and we're about to jump into the 20-second poem. So you're all good.
Okay, great. I'm so excited.
So just to catch you up, our theme is sci-fi in the body. So if you'd like, could you start by sharing your name, where you're calling in from, and what that theme means to you?
Okay. So I'm Crystal Keshwartz. I'm calling from Corona, California. And sci-fi in the body, I guess. I guess we're exploring like the supernatural forces within.
I like that. That's awesome. Can we snap it up for Crystal?
Woo!
Yeah.
Snap it
Okay.
up for got out of bed.
What'd you say?
I said snap it up for thoughts that just got out of bed.
No, it's amazing, and it's similar to what we've been sharing. So definitely.
All right.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do next. This is called a 20-second poem. And the whole point of it is to get ourselves out of our thinking mind, because sometimes the thinking mind tries to critique what we write before we can get it on paper, and it can slow us down. Instead, what we want to do is start to tap into that subconscious part of ourselves where there's no judgment and the words can just flow through you without us critiquing them. And then later we can go back and see what we think of them. So to do that, I'm going to give you a writing prompt, and then I'm going to give you 20 seconds to answer the writing prompt. And after those 20 seconds, we'll move right on. So you just want to write down the first things that come to mind without judging it. And then we'll explore it later. Does that make sense?
So, like no theme, just write any words.
I'm going to give you 10 prompts.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give you one prompt, and you'll answer the prompt in 20 seconds by drawing, writing bullet points, writing sentences, whatever comes through. And then at the end of those 10 seconds, we'll move on to the next one, and I have 10 prompts for you all together. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody got their piece of paper ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? The first one. What about your sci-fi body is beautiful? What about your sci-fi body is beautiful? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, write down number 2. Number 2 is, who are you as a supernatural being? Who are you as a supernatural being? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, write down number 3. What artificial intelligence is in your body? What artificial intelligence is in your body? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, write down number 4. Number 4 is your body is transported 2,000 years from now, what do you see? Your body is transported 2,000 years from now. What do you see? Five, four, three, two, one. We are on number 5. Write down number 5. What do you find on your journey through inner space? What do you find on your journey through inner space? Five, four, three, two, one. Okay, write down number 6. What is the sexiest thing about your sci-fi body? What is the sexiest thing about your sci-fi body? Five, four, three, two, one. Okay, we're on number 7. You are traveling through your body. What do you see? You are traveling through your body. What do you see? Five, four, three, two, one. Okay, number 8. I infuse my body with joy through. I infuse my body with joy through. Five, four, three, two, one. Number 9. What is otherworldly about your body? What is otherworldly about your body? Five, four, three, two, one. Number 10, the last one. Dear body, I love you because. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! Y'all rock. Okay, now we get to do the fun part of figuring out where that noise is coming from. Adora, I think it's you.
Really?
Let me see.
For real?
We'll find out. When it comes back, I'll mute my suspects. Is Is anyone else using a mic that's plugged in? No. Does anyone else have traffic going by?
I've got mountains.
I keep hearing like a truck or something going by. Y'all hear it too? Okay. Okay. We'll see. Anyways, there it is. See? Which number would y'all like to hear everyone share?
1.
1 and 9?
1, yeah.
1 and 9. Okay, let's start with 1. What about your sci-fi body is beautiful?
I wrote my internal sheet of magma, the sheet of lava under my skin.
Ooh, I like that. Yes, indeed. Who else would like to share on number 1?
It's freedom to travel. I use scuba diving to feel like I'm flying, but my sci-fi body is beautiful because it can actually fly.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And on Facebook Live, Amina said her strength.
Yeah.
Would anyone else like to share a number 1 before we go to number 9?
Yes.
Go ahead, Sadia.
My glowing skin like a
Ooh.
firefly.
Oh, that's awesome. I don't know if we have fireflies out here in LA.
No, I don't think so.
Remember catching them as little kids.
In the jar.
Yeah, like a jerk. I didn't know. Shall we move to number 9? Okay. What is otherworldly about your body?
I really stuck with the magma theme and I went with my internal river of magma.
Ooh.
I went with we're all made of moon dust, so by its nature, all the elements that make us up come from other worlds.
Oh, what? This is awesome.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's dope.
I feel so pedestrian, like compared to your answers. I wrote my booty, which miraculously has its own gravitational pull.
Yes. Mic drop.
I like that one.
And Amina wrote my walk.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amina.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, and come join us in the group if you'd like. Perfect. Anyone else want to share on number 9?
Sadia?
I said it is not mine.
Ooh.
What other number would y'all like to hear?
Number 2.
Number 2? Who are you as a supernatural being?
I wrote Paradise Apes Con Malik.
Ooh.
That's
Ah.
deep.
A little bit.
Who else would like to share on that one?
My supernatural being is a water creature, like the one in the shape of the water, the new film that's coming out, and also Aquaman and the Little Mermaid, and all of them combined.
Ah, you like water, huh?
Sometimes.
Because your number 1 was kind of about water.
Yeah, like flying. Now I use water to fly, but if I was a supernatural being, I would be under the water a lot more, I think.
Would you fly in the air with like water around you?
Ooh.
Like fly through the moisture of
In
the
a bubble.
Ooh. I think I like that. It's like a self-driving car, but made of water. Nice.
Yeah.
That flies, yeah.
Like Wonder Woman and Aquaman combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd hang out with Storm a lot. Be like, make it rain for me.
You know it.
Anyone else want to share in that one before we move to a different one?
I'll share mine.
Go for it.
I'm the energy of exploding nebulas contained in a fleshy package of humanness.
What?
Ooh, I like that.
Mine was transcendent, all-knowing, and present.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That feels like God.
Love it.
I would think I was thinking God.
Yeah. Oh, hail Sadia.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Fuck yeah.
That should be the name of your autobiography.
I'm
Oh
crazy
yes.
right now.
All hail Sadia.
Tested by a man.
Okay, what would be another one y'all would like to hear? We have time for 2 more.
Number 3.
Number
Number
3.
Number 7.
Number 3 and number 7. What is the artificial intelligence in your body?
I wrote the residual effects of GMOs, not that intelligent.
Mm.
I was thinking how the true intelligence is in the bits of kindness I have, but the artificial intelligence is in the caution and carefulness that life has taught me.
That's so fucking real.
Yes, indeed. Oh, and it looks like Amina's joining us.
Amina!
Yay! We're waiting for your audio to kick in. Don't worry, it'll take a couple seconds. Probably takes usually about 30 seconds for audio, but don't worry, it'll arrive.
Are we still doing artificial intelligence?
We are.
So, you ever notice how like the artificial stuff, right? It stays with you. So it's like what I put down was downloaded data converged in my nervous system.
Mm.
What?
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Amina, are you using a phone? There we go. You're in. You have audio, Amina.
Oh, okay. Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hey, Amina!
Just so you guys know, I'm not a poet or anything like that.
Hey, there's no wrong or right way to do this.
We're not poets. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know you
Yeah,
guys
we're
sound
all
like
professional roller skaters here.
Yay!
We're all aliens from outside space.
Yes.
I'm a
That's
professional roller skater, though. No, I'm just kidding.
Amina, if you turn your phone sideways, then it'll do the boom. But it's up to you which version you want to do.
Oh no, this is awesome.
Okay, cool.
But I only see 3 people. Well, 2. I don't see someone else. Hold on.
Are you using your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, your phone won't be able to show everybody all at one time, but I think you can slide to see everybody.
Oh, that sucks. Well, this is different.
If you use your computer, you'll see us all, but phone.
I'm actually at my sister's house. So I only have my phone.
Okay.
So
That works.
it's inconvenient.
And you want to share your name, where you're calling in from, and what you wrote for number 7?
I don't know what I wrote from number 7. It's on Facebook. Hold on.
That was if you're traveling through your body.
Oh, I remember that answer. I said I see electricity.
You said you see electricity?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And where are you calling in from?
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah. But where are you from?
Well, I'm originally from Chicago, but I stayed in Wisconsin for 9 years.
What did you say?
So. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you stayed in where?
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's the answer we're looking for.
No, you can have it.
Yeah, we're cool.
I can't hear you guys. I'm sorry.
You can't hear us? Test?
No.
Testing. Can you hear me now? Try turning up your phone.
Sorry, I have to have my son help me with this technical problem.
What?
Oh, Oh, she had to call technical support.
Okay. Okay, in the meantime,
Sorry, guys.
no worries. Take your time. We'll keep moving on, and when you're ready, we'll jump back in. What what else did y'all write for number 7?
I wrote magma.
Magma.
Oh my goodness.
What else did y'all write?
I wrote efficiency and white blood cells. However, I thought this was the question about what do you think is sexy, but it was not that one. But anyway, yes, efficiency and white blood cells.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted us to do the one that was sexy?
I thought we were gonna do the sexy one.
Okay, that's that was number 6. We can do number 6.
I'll share first. I really wanted to hear everyone else's answer.
Okay, number 6. What is most sexy about your body? What did everybody write?
I
My
wrote.
muscular. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, my insane processing speed.
Ooh.
I wrote my muscular, fleshy, hair-covered fingers.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I honestly don't know what I wrote because it's on Facebook. I didn't write it down.
Let me see.
I probably should have wrote it down. I don't know. Can you see what I wrote for number 6, Tom?
My face.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Own it.
Look, don't judge me.
We are not.
Jeremiah, go give me a pen and pencil so I can think, so I can write this stuff down.
Okay, cool. Who else would like to share on that one?
My sci-fi hands, which have the power to create and rejuvenate.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That was a plot twist at the end. I thought you were going to say create and destroy, but I like that. Create and rejuvenate.
Mhm.
Ooh.
In here, we're creators. We make
Yes,
magic.
indeed. Anyone else want to share on that one? Okay. Can we snap it up for our 20-second poem? Yeah. What'd y'all think of that?
I liked
it.
Yeah? What'd you like about
Although I just gave one-word answers, I didn't know we were doing but it's okay. I liked it. You guys were real deep with it. No.
it? Your one word packed like 300 words within them, so no worries at all.
Mhm.
Sure. No.
What was the one you answered? My walk? That one was very, very fun.
Let's see.
I think that was number 9.
Mm,
What is
yeah.
otherworldly about your body?
Yeah, my walk.
We like that. That's cool. What did y'all like about it? You said you liked it. What'd you like about it?
I don't know. It got really, like I said, it got deep for me. Like the answers were very in detailed and you could actually relate to it.
Mm.
So
I see people nodding their heads. Y'all relate to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you relate to about it?
you can visualize it, like when they were saying it for me. I could
Okay.
visualize it.
That's awesome.
I love that she said her walk because it's very similar to my answer about my booty, because when I walk, that's when the gravity starts to attract.
That's awesome.
I liked how short it was, and I think I need lots of exercises like that because it definitely made me slightly uncomfortable. I'm like, oh, I'm weird. This is really weird, but
Mm,
it was really fun, and I like that the questions were just odd, like things that you wouldn't normally ask yourself.
that's awesome. Did was anybody surprised by their answers? No?
No.
What was an answer you heard someone else say that really stuck out to you?
You mean apart from molten lava?
Yeah. I think the lava was really, really memorable.
That's awesome. Cool. Well,
What else?
can we find someone next to you, near you, and give them a high five? Yeah. Okay, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to put this all together into a free write. And what a free write is that you're just going to write without stopping. So you can't read what you wrote. You can't erase. You can't edit. You just have to write nonstop for 7 minutes. And what you're going to do is explore. You can explore anything you wrote during the 10 prompts. You can explore anything we wrote during the group poem or anything that comes to mind around sci-fi and the body. So if you can't think of something to write, just write the theme over and over again. Sci-fi and the body, sci-fi and the body, sci-fi and the body. Because you literally can't stop writing, because we just want to get out of that place where we're kind of judging ourselves, or we're saying I'm not good at this, or I don't know what to do. We want to clear past that through repetition and just letting it come out. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
if your poem sounds like, I went to the store, sci-fi in the body, sci-fi in the body, sci-fi in the body, that's totally cool. We're going to snap it up and be like, yeah, it's all good. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Good luck. Cross my fingers.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna mute everybody's lines while we're writing. So if you need something, wave to me or post in the comments, because I won't be able to hear your mic. Okay?
Okay.
Get your pens ready. Get your typing fingers ready. However you're gonna do this, and start the free write now. Okay. Everybody back. Sweet. Okay. So what we get to do now is we get to share what we wrote. And super safe space for everybody to share, because no matter what you write, we'll always have 2 people share 1 affirmation with you. So we will hold the space for you and receive whatever you have with love and compassion and positive feedback. So who would like to start us off? Paradise? Okay, Paradise, let me mute everybody's line but yours.
I'm pretty happy with what I wrote. So this is what I wrote.
Okay.
Okay. Delicious, juicy sandwiches and bowls of cut up fruit. A sliver of orange mango slides across my tongue. Embers spark and squeal in my mouth as the sunset fruit sets into my body. 11 lavender stump, crush finger, meat, hell crease. The folded fabric of my heart staggers to a halt on the dance floor. Who's this? Antioxidants? Neon and juicy? A mango and me? She unfolds, resumes, beating, wriggling in my rib cage like a go-go dancer. Small electric strands stream tears through my stomach. They nibble and sing at every corner of mango flesh. Fruit and guts make out until every 11 droplet of yellow is thoroughly moisturized. 11 is a lovely number, 2 ones, parallel columns. They wobble about, flanking each other, staring down the universe as a pair of ones. Mangoes love 11s. They grew up together. They wrote ballads after school, crooned in moonlight into each other's open-bellied ears. 11 mangoes is a prayer sung by gardens. They pray for photosynthesis. The sun and rain are an 80s pop duo with heavy synths.
Yay! Woo! That's amazing.
That was great.
Let's get 2 people to each share 1 affirmation. Go ahead, Adora.
I love the idea of the fruit and your guts making out. That was sexy as hell and weird and wonderful and all of that. And I love everything that has to do with mangoes. I don't think there's a week of expression session that goes out without one of my answers being mangoes. Mangoes are the solution to everything. If we want world peace, we just need more mangoes. And in your case, 11 of them. So yeah, very, very happy.
That's awesome. Thank you, Adora. Can we get a second person to share what their thoughts were? Go ahead, Crystal.
I love that you talk about like mangoes and 11 growing up together, like personifying numbers and fruit and showing how they have a relationship within your poem. And it was a great visual, and it was a great memory because you connect it to your own childhood. Like, who was your best friend and what did you do? So
that's amazing.
mm-hmm.
Can we give one more snap for Paradise, please? Yes. Who would like to go next?
I will.
Adora will. Okay, Adora, let me mute everybody but you. Hang on. Okay. Whenever you're ready.
In 2,000 years, I won't need my body at all. It'll be a temporary home to return to for a different type of existence. We'll be more creatures of the mind than we are now. Physical spaces will not be the easy target of warfare and destruction. Rape will not yield the same threat or havoc. Even traveling through my body now, I can feel the places where my soul is disconnected from its sides, the sides of its heavy case. It feels unanchored and uncomfortable because I'm so used to feeling grounded, so used to not feeling my body around me at all. But now I sometimes rattle inside it and try to plug into each of the spaces, slotting into them like I do with my gloves. Still, on the points of contact, there is pain, and other points just feel like I'm in something ill-fitting. An exterior shell that I like looking at from the outside, but isn't everything I need from the inside. Full feeling of my body would need to be feeling nothing at all.
Yay! Can we get 2 affirmations? Go ahead, Paradise.
I loved it. I really loved when you said slotting into my body like a glove. That was just like, I felt it. I saw it. And I felt, you know what, dude? I heavily related, man.
Do you want to clarify? What do you mean by related?
Oh, I totally felt related because I kind of immediately jumped to the feeling of disassociation. And it was interesting because I feel like, I mean, not to get sad, but like I kind of feel like it's interesting because for me, like disassociating is like is a coping mechanism which makes things in this world easier to bear, like your mention of rape and things like that. And I don't know, I just felt like it was deep as fuck.
Thank you, Paradise. Go ahead, Amina.
I think, well, I like it for the simple fact is I believe that the part where I took it as she got herself, she went from an uncomfortable situation, a comfortable situation and went into an uncomfortable situation.
Mm.
Like she transformed out of there. She took that necessary next step. So
that's amazing.
That's what I think.
Thank you, Amina. Can we snap it up one more time for Adora? Yeah. Who would like to go next? Okay, we got Sadia in the house. 1 second. Okay, whenever you're ready, Sadia.
Okay. We take more and more of what is out and put it in. We won't let go, no matter if it's meant for us, we make it meant for us. We make it mean. What exists is ours. What exists doesn't exist anymore unless we let it. Adam ran amok. We are only humanity now. Divine has left us. Squeezed out, too much pressure. Clink, clink, rrr. Ugly, not pretty. Everyone used to want to be pretty. Now everyone wants to be. What is to be? We used to do that. Humanity doesn't have humans anymore. Choose this, toss that, cafeteria line. What is pretty even? What is beautiful? Such an outdated concept in this day and age.
Yay! Sadia! Can we get 2 people? Go ahead, Adora.
your first line, I almost missed the rest of the poem because I was just stuck in that about how we just keep taking things in, be it the way we just consume everything physically, we want to buy, we want to eat, or just how we're being bombarded with all this information that our little primeval brains weren't meant to be hearing about everything going on and knowing everything going on in the world, and how it's just so much. So I just, you had me at the first line.
If I can jump in, you know, I'm a huge fan of your poetry. I was able to harass you into writing more when we lived by each other. So it's just great to hear you write again. And it's always, I love your language and the words you put together. I specifically liked when you talked about something about we worried about being beautiful. Now we just worry about to be. Like, what does it mean to be? I was like, yes, like that. I really resonated with that.
Thank you guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Can we snap it up for Sadia? Sadia! Okay. Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
Yay! One second. Let me just mute everybody's line. All right. Whenever you're ready.
I am an eagle that soars the sky, searching for truth that lies within. Thinking of all the places I've been, long wings and loud laughter. As time goes by, my face changes forms, but deep inside I stay the same. As electricity flows through my body, as I walk with my head held high, plunging through any obstacle that comes my way, overcoming all fears. That's it.
Yay! We get two people. MC Nadora. Go for it, Nadora.
Sorry, I'm just feeling today's poetry so hard. Amina, from the flying, because, you know, as you may have heard, the flying imagery is something that I love in every way. And then to use it as a powerful eagle, plus you bringing the electricity here and there, I felt the pow, 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 and then the just almost the all-powerful thing, you know, and looking down on the world, almost like a god, even though that's Sadia's space. But yeah, just the sense of what's going on down there and being the one who gets to change your face. So yeah, really love that.
Yay.
Thank you.
Can we get a second affirmation? For me, you know, you started by saying, I'm not a poet. I don't want to, you know, I don't.
I'm not.
I think you proved my long-held belief that we are all poets. We are all creatives. It's just that sometime in our life, we were told that that's not art. What you're doing isn't right. And like what you wrote was amazing. You know, it moved all of us. And when Adora was speaking, you saw all of us be like, yes, that part right there. It was awesome. You know, it was really an expression that we wouldn't have got to hear unless you wrote it. You know, and that to me is what makes us poets, is it wouldn't have existed unless you did it. So we thank you for that and having the courage to do it. So thank you. Can we snap it up for Amina? Yay! Crystal, would you like to go next?
Sure.
Let me mute everybody's line. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Calamity, cacophony, silly, supercilious, uncanny, otherworldly. It's sci-fi in the body, the parts of yourself you haven't explored. So take off on that spaceship, Captain, and discover what's yours. Discover yourself, discover in stealth, discover the hidden treasures of wisdom as your wealth. Be the gravitational forces that attract all you need, not for the sake of greed, but for the sake of humanity, for the sake of sanity and compassion. Find the tidal waves of power, find the forces that are clashing. Know thyself and stand firm in your alien body, a fleshy package of humanness, or just a naughty, fleshy body. But nay, we are greater, endowed by a creator, with a will and a mind to rescue all of humankind. And this is the miracle, that pure intelligence, the knowing of thyself, the highest of relevance. So just take a shot from the free throw line, even if your aim is kind of shoddy, because we are all aliens exploring our sci-fi bodies.
Yeah! Oh man, I forgot my mic was on and I was like, yeah!
I loved it though, it was encouraging.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Amina.
No, I liked it. Especially the part about going after what. Don't be afraid to go after what you believe in, and just to take that extra step. You know, see what's out there because you never know what's out there.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Who else wants to share? Go ahead, Sadia.
Okay, I thought it was really cool. Not only like the rhythm of it and how you did it, but I was kind of wondering at first. I was like, oh my gosh, is it supposed to be this like sexual? Is it just my mind? Because you're like, oh, 4 parts of the body, and then you're like, come on, Captain. I was like, ooh, that's. Then I was like, oh no, it's more than that. But then you said you had a naughty body. So I really took it that way for whatever. Really cool poem.
That's awesome. I love the return of cacophony, which I learned from you in another expression session.
Oh yeah, I like that word.
Yes. I would like to encourage you to memorize that. I think it's a ready to go poem, and I think if you memorize it, it'll become something different just from it going inside of you. You know what I mean?
True.
So,
Thank you. I'll do that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, looks like Tom's left. Tom, would you like to read? That's not good. Okay, let me mute. All right. There is a supernatural journey upon which I am hurling through. I open my eyes, which were never closed, and swirling in front of me is the peace and certainty I always had. Next to me are trees, large and small. I breathe in their scent and have visions, realizations that there is no such thing as ugly, there is no such thing as other, only interconnection and endless beauty. I taste fruit from it, and my palate becomes a light as a light travels throughout my mind, and I can see and I can hear all barriers, divisions, and artificial boundaries crumbling. The structure that was framed in my mind falls aside, and my inside reaches in endless directions. This is what connection is. This is what creation feels like, what creativity can truly be, what expression can truly reach. I hear music, songs of every language, tunes that are made of materials from the moon, from me and you, even that leaves, as I feel everything as one. Go ahead, Adora.
I feel almost like you wrote that poem after hearing all of our poems, because it brought in so many themes, from the physical and the destruction of that to fruit, which we all love, and then also the light and the energy and the traveling into space. So, and also, of course, beauty and what beauty and pretty means. It was just all these things that we've been talking about that just came together in your poem.
That's true.
Thank you, Adora. Who else would like to share? One more person. I'd like to.
Love the part about artificial structures crumbling. Like, it reminds me of when we were talking about the artificial intelligence in the body, right? And I like how you connected it back to, you know, just this thing that, you know, we need to go past in order to get to the truth, right? It's those artificial structures.
That's what's up. Thank you, Crystal. Can we snap it up one more time for Tom? Yeah.
Yes, Tom!
What did y'all think of that? Getting to create, read, hear. What was that like for you?
That was great. I'm going to use that poem.
Yeah. I heard a lot of it was great. I liked it. What was great and what did you like about it?
For me, it was different because I've never done it before, and it kind of took me out of the norm.
And what did you like about that?
It felt good. It was like I was surprised. I surprised myself. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, so and then just even to hear everybody's perspective about different topics and how they think of a certain topic is like really intriguing. So
that's wonderful.
That was a nice session.
Thank you. What else? Who else wants to share? What was this like for you?
it felt really vulnerable when I was writing it. And then, which is why I made myself read it early on before I changed my mind. But by the time I heard from other people, it felt like I wasn't saying anything that was necessarily just a downer, but it was something that resonated with people in an everyday sense, not in a bring you all down and make you all feel awful.
That's awesome. Thank you, Adora. Who else would like to share what was this like for you? Go ahead, Sadia.
I really enjoyed it and enjoyed all of our time together, and I thought it was really empowering. And I also love how I know you're so good. You're actually a professional at making safe spaces and like being so supportive, but also being around everyone else, like a community that's so supportive. And it's not like you're always in those supportive communities. So yeah, I just really liked the experience and the sharing, and it was really fun and creative.
That's awesome. Thank you, Sadia.
And going off what Sadia said about the safe space, it's just, I think it's more conducive to the free flow of art when you feel that those who are surrounding you are in a space of compassion and acceptance. And it just allows you to just be more of who you are and less of what the world reflects back to you. You just core the root of what you need to get to.
That's amazing. Woo! Yes. You know, for me, y'all know I've shared this statistic many times. Brene Brown, you know, she interviewed 13,000 people on vulnerability and found that around 80% of those people had experienced shame in a learning environment that changed who they are for the rest of their lives. And out of that 80%, around there, half of them experienced it in a creative environment. So that says that most of us have experienced some sort of shaming in a creative situation. And that's why, for me, one of my big things I try to do in life is create a space where we can reclaim that rather than it taking that space from us. And that we all just demonstrated that in 7 minutes, we could write a poem that could make everyone in this room be like, what? And it was just you, just writing, not judging, no editing, just what you have inside of you makes a difference. And so I appreciate everybody participating in that. So I think we should high five whoever's next to you. Give some high fives up and down. Yes, indeed. I hope you enjoyed that. This is the part of the expression session where Paradise does her feature. So if you want to check out Paradise's feature, what I'm going to invite you to do is to become an Art Makes Impact member. It's absolutely free, and when you join, you can have access to every expression session from this year, absolutely free. You can download the audio and listen to it on the go or watch the video. So you literally get access to tons of writing workshops. It's completely free. Head to tommerl.com/courses and you'll be able to check it out from there. And so I'm just going to end with the way we ended in the expression session. So I'm going to jump right back into the expression session, and I'll let it end the way it ended naturally, and you'll hear that. But once again, just want to thank you for joining again, and here we go. Can we snap it up for Paradise, please? Yes. And Paradise, I would just like to thank you so much for being our feature. I feel like, as I've shared with you in our interview that we did, which y'all should check out, tommerl.com/paradise. I just love your like bold, awesome self-love that you just share with the world. That example you set, I was taking notes the whole time we interact, like, you know, to love myself more. So I just really appreciate that. And like Sadia was saying, a lot of the poetry that we hear is very not abstract. It's like super specific and very political. You know, we're like, I know exactly what you think. There's no abstractness. So it's great to be invited into a different way to write, where it's more abstract and sci-fi and illustrations combined with it. And I like how you use dialogue in your stuff too. Like I was thinking while I was writing my poems, like, why don't I have any dialogue in my poetry? So I really like that aspect too. So I think for all of us as writers, as human beings on a supernatural experience that we all took something from it. So we appreciate the heck out of that. And for the whole group, you know, I appreciate y'all. I know this is something different and new that you click a button and next thing you know, the whole world can see where you are in your home. And we go through a 2-hour writing workshop while we're not in the same room, and it's different, but y'all decided to have the courage to do it with us. And if even one person was missing today, it would have been a totally different experience. So we appreciate that you're here. And as I mentioned, this is recorded, so you never know. A year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, somebody's going to hear your words, and what you said today will change their life even way in the future, maybe even 2,000 years in the future, like one of our prompts were. So, you know, you just got to trust that when you are vulnerable and when you create, it has ripples that we don't even know about. So can y'all,
Amen.
yes, indeed. Can you snap it up for yourselves? And we're going to do and we like to conclude by just putting our arms in front of us like this. Okay. Cross them, give yourself a hug. Yay. For those who like to plan ahead, October 15th is our next live and online expression session. And our feature is going to be Super B. So it kind of goes with this supernatural theme we've been having. His name's Super B, amazing poet. So that's October 15th. And of course, you know, I will lovingly spam you about it. So I'll let you know about it. Don't worry. But if you want to write it down, we'd love to have y'all back. So thanks, everybody. Wishing y'all peace and blessings. And
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.